Yo, what is going on, guys? I'm back with another video. For today's YouTube video, I'm going to be bringing you guys a quick video tutorial of one of the easiest drawing techniques I've ever used, and also one of the easiest techniques to improve your art. Now, this method is called the grid method, and it is primarily used to get exact proportions on paintings you're creating. So there's a couple things you need to do this technique. Now, the first thing you're going to need is a ruler or a yardstick. Now, I just have this 18-inch ruler. That's what I'm going to be using for today. And then you're also going to need a pencil, and then you also need a canvas or a paper that you're going to be drawing on. And also, you're just going to need your phone and be able to use one of the apps on your phone. It's pretty simple. I'll show you guys in a minute. But first, let's get started on how to make the grid. Now, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your ruler and you're going to look and see where all of the 1-inch markers are. Now, then you're going to put the ruler up to the canvas or the paper. Make sure that the start of the ruler is parallel or even with the edge of the canvas. Then you are simply going to make a dash at every 1-inch mark. You can really do any interval you want. The important part is having a consistent interval. So for this, I'm going to be doing a 1-inch by 1-inch grid. That is what I personally recommend. Now, every inch line, you're just going to want to make a dash onto the canvas right there. So 4 right there, 3, 2, and then 1 inch right there. Now, you might be asking, what does this do? Well, the main effect we're going for here is we want to make a grid across the entire canvas. Finishing this up right now. Okay, now you're going to want to do it on the top. You're going to want to do it on all 4 sides. So go back up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, until the entire side is finished. So I just finished the left side and the top side. I'm just going to go ahead and finish these off camera. All right, guys, so I finished up the grid lines across all 4 sides of the canvas. Now, the next step is where the real magic happens. You're going to take your ruler or yardstick and you're going to place it between the first dash on each side of the canvas. Bring it all the way up. Hold the ruler really still. And then you're just going to want to simply make a line. Then you repeat and go down 1 inch and make a line. Then you repeat again and then you make a line. Pretty dang simple. Another one, dash there, boom. And basically you're going to want to repeat this all the way till you're done with this first side. One thing you should avoid doing is mix matching each of the dashes. So for example, let's say I was using the next dash up here, but then I went 2 dashes down, and that would create a diagonal line. So the goal of this and the reason why you have all these dashes is so you can create exactly parallel lines to the edge of the canvas. These grid lines won't help unless they are close to perfect, which means that they have to be parallel. Alright guys, hopefully this is starting to make some sense. I'm going to finish the rest of these lines off camera. I'm going to come back once it's done to give you the next step. Alright guys, all of the lines are on this side of the canvas. They're all parallel to each other. The next step is pretty simple. We're going to be doing the same thing but in the perpendicular direction down the canvas. So yeah, all you got to do is just put the ruler onto here and then you get a perfectly straight line going down. Then you go over and do the same thing, and pretty much you just repeat the exact same process going the other way. I'm going to finish the rest off camera and then I'll show you guys the very last step. Alright guys, I just finished the grid. I'm going to reveal it to you guys in 3, 2, 1. Here is the grid I created. As you can see, we have a 1x1 grid across the entire canvas. Now the next step from here, guys, would be to put this grid onto your reference photo and then you'll be good to go with your proportions. I'm going to show you guys a method to easily put this grid onto the reference photo you're using. I'm going to be screen recording it, so I'll play that right now. Alright, so we're now in my phone and I just clicked on this app called Grid Hashtag. You can find it on the App Store pretty easily. Now, once you enter the app, you're going to choose the image that you want. Now, one thing you do need to know is what aspect ratio that image is. You want the aspect ratio of your photo to match the aspect ratio of the canvas. Now, for the canvas, I was using a 30 by 20 inch canvas. Now, the aspect ratio for that canvas is 3 by 2. So I made sure the image that I chose was cropped to 3 by 2. Now, you can do all this in the photo app when you're actually editing the photo. The next step, you're going to press the button in the top left corner. This button brings up the menu that you're seeing right here. This menu is where you choose how your grid will look. look on the image. As you can see, you can choose how many rows, columns, the color, even the line width of the grid. But pretty much the only thing you're going to want to do in this menu is get the grid to match the grid that you drew on the canvas. So for example, if you get a 30 by 20 canvas and a 30 by 20 grid, you're going to need 20 rows and 30 columns. And then you can edit the color, stuff like that. And once you're done, you can just press save and it'll go back to the image. Now, as you can see, the image has a grid all over it now, and it's matching the grid that I made on the canvas. Once you get that, you're just going to want to save your image and you're pretty much done. You can take a look at the image more closely on the photo app. Basically, all we're going to do is use the image that we just made, and each of the grid lines match up to the grid lines on the canvas, and you're just going to use that for your reference to create accurate outlines of the image. As you can see right here, this is me starting it, and as you can see, you just sort of go along the grid lines and you know, just make the outline where it matches up to the grid on the image. Alright guys, so as you can see, I have finished the sketch on this painting. It is a little bit rough, but I wanted to make this to show you guys an example of the grid method and how it allows you to easily get proportions done right. And as you can see, the proportions all look really good. The whole thing is centered and exactly how I edited it. This is a very easy way to get proportions right, and it also saves a lot of time from you going back and redoing things and stuff like that. So yeah guys, I'll show you guys a little close up here, but as you can see, you got Taylor Swift, you got Travis Kelce. Now this piece is ready for me to start painting it, and I have all my guidelines set and all the proportions right. And I've used this strategy to make pretty much all of my artwork just like these right here, and it really has helped me get proportions right the first time without having to go and redo everything. So yeah guys, hopefully this was helpful. Drop a comment if it was. Also, please hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting a lot more videos soon. A lot of art tutorials, stuff like this, and much more. So yeah guys, I'm going to get to painting this, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.